It's like relax. I don't play that precious nonsense. Oh, we're moving over. Get out of here.
So what a responsibility you all have to tell the truth, not just to be first, but to tell the truth.
The only person I had a contract with was Lee Daniels, and I fulfilled my contract. Now, if anybody else wants me to do anything else, there's a price to that, because what we're not in is slavery. So what I cannot do is work for y'all for free.
You gotta be very careful, so I'm very particular about the projects that I take on, because that's spirit. You understand?
It's a law that if you meet negative with negative, you will just have a combusted negative force and negative energy. You can't meet negative energy where it is. You have to rise above it. You have to transcend it. You have to be the light. And it only takes a little bit of light.
It's like relax. I don't play that precious nonsense. Oh, move over, get out of here. So what a responsibility you all have to be to tell the truth. Not just to be first, but to tell the truth. The only person I had a contract with was Lee Daniels, and I fulfilled my contract now. If anybody else wants me to do anything else, there's a price to that. Because what we're not in is slavery. So what I cannot do is work for y'all for free. You got to be very careful. So I'm very particular about the projects that I take on, because that's spirit, you understand. It's a law that if you meet negative with negative, you will just have a combusted any negative force. And negative energy, you can't meet negative energy. Where it is, you have to rise above it. You have to transcend it. You have to only be the light, and takes a little bit of light in a Hollywood bombshell. Denzel Washington has thrown down the gauntlet, challenging Oprah Winfrey over the alleged blacklisting of powerhouse actresses Taraji P. Henson and Mo. Neek, no punches, pulled, no sugarcoating. Denzel has called them out. The legendary actor, known for his fearless performances on and off the screen, has decided to confront one of Hollywood's most influential figures, demanding accountability for the rumored sidelining of Henson and Monique in the industry. This is not your typical Hollywood gossip. This is Denzel Washington, unfiltered and unapologetic, taking a stand against what he sees as an injustice within the entertainment business. The stakes are high, the tension is real, and Denzel is not holding back. All right, folks, let's get real about Winfrey's influence in Hollywood. We know she's a powerhouse, a media mogul, and she's done some incredible things. But lately, there have been whispers, some not so flattering, about how she's been using that power, especially when it comes to Black actors and actresses. See, Denzel isn't just bringing popcorn to this conversation. He's bringing some serious questions. There's this talk, that she's been flexing her influence muscles in all the wrong ways. Some folks are saying she's been involved in some shady dealings, allegedly harassing Black actors and actresses, and even blackballing those who don't quite fit her narrative. Now we've all seen Oprah has this champion for change, and rightfully so, but if these allegations hold water, it's a whole different story. There's this murmur in Hollywood that she's been playing puppeteer, with careers making the whole scene look more like a chessboard than a cake. Read of industry. And what about these claims of scams? Yeah, you heard that right. It's like a plot twist in a Hollywood drama. Some say she's been involved in some questionable practices that have left Black actors and actresses feeling, well, not treated like the stars they are. Denzel Washington, being the non-nonsense guy he is, has decided it's time to confront these allegations head on, and one of the major things that he wants to call her out on is that of the whole issue with Monique and other Black artists. But what did Winfrey do to Monique? Wait, let me give you the context. So Monique spilled the beans on what really went down between her and Oprah. It all started with this movie she did called Precious. She was all in for it, signed up with her buddy Lee Daniels, and everything was cool. But then Tyler Perry and the Bossum jumped on board and became big shots as executive producers. Now, after Monique wrapped up filming and thought she was good to go, they wanted her to show up at all these fancy festivals, award ceremony, and other Precious-related events. But Monique wasn't having it. She basically said, look, my deal was with Lee Daniels, and I did my part. If you want more from me, there's got to be some cash involved, because I'm not working for free. We're not in the slavery business here. The only person I had a contract with was Lee Daniels, and I fulfilled my contract now. If anybody else wants me to do anything else, there's a price to that, because what we're not in is slavery. So what I cannot do is work for y'all for free. And that's how the drama unfolded. But since Oprah was involved, poor Monique had a lot coming for her. So when Monique stood her ground, suddenly she got slapped with the difficult to work With label, I got labeled as difficult. My husband and my husband is Sydney, who happens to be my manager. We got labeled as difficult because I said one word, and that was no now. I said no to some very powerful people. I said no to Oprah Winfrey. I said no to Tyler Perry. I said no to Lee Daniels. And I said no to Lionsgate. And the difficulty came in when people that look like me, like Oprah, Tyler, Lee Daniels, and I got to put my brother Steve on the list. Y'all knew I was not wrong. Each one of you said to me, Monique, you're not wrong. And when I heard you go, in the air, and you said my assist and burned too many bridges, and there's nothing I can do for her now. Steve, do you know how her I was? She's like here, they come saying I'm difficult. Me and my husband, Jay. Yes, these difficult folks. And what really stung for her was that when all the heat was on, she didn't do a thing to back her up according to Monique. She didn't say a word, even though she had a chat with Monique's husband and supposedly agreed with her stance. So when the whole Monique is difficult, storm hit Oprah, stayed mum as a result. Mon's career took a hit and she's still feeling the effects over a decade later. She's been missing out on opportunities in Hollywood and she's not shy about pointing the finger at Winfrey, making her life harder on more than one occasion. Fast forward to 2020 and in an interview with Out Loud, with Claudia Jordan Monkey brought up Breonna Taylor and once again accused Oprah of messing with her career. Oprah Winfrey said nothing, though there was a conversation that she had with my husband, and she agreed with the position that was being taken. So when it hit that I was difficult, she stayed quiet. You took part in murdering my career. Switching gears, Monique took her thoughts to social media and decided to drop an open letter to her, airing it all out. She was like, hey, Oprah, I've been watching how you treat people, and I've got something to say. She brought up her take on the Harvey Weinstein case during an interview on the CBS morning show. Oprah had this whole looking at the rainbow in the clouds philosophy. Monique thought it was a bit hypocritical since she was gearing up to be part of documentaries on Michael Jackson and Russell Simmons, who were facing similar accusations to Weinstein. Then Monique spilled the tea on her own experiences with her. She pointed out how she, as a Black woman, got labeled as difficult for not promoting Precious internationally, despite her deal being with Lee Daniels Entertainment. Monique questioned her stance on supporting Black women, especially when Tyler Perry himself admitted she was right, but neither Oprah nor Tyler had spoken up about it. Shots fired. And if you thought she was done there, you had it so wrong, Monique. You didn't hold back, even taking it way back to when she first met Oprah at the tender age of 16. She spilled the beans on how she admired Oprah, telling her that she wanted to be just like her. When she grew up, Oprah's response, you have to work really, really hard. Little did Monique know back then that Winfrey's silence in the face of later troubles would make her life more complicated now. One would think that with so much bad blood between these two, they'd stay away from each other, right? I mean, she would especially try her best to avoid Monique. But no, that woman is relentless, because she then went on and created a whole new drama. Fast forward to October 2022, and Monique dropped a bombshell video exposing how the talk show host played a part in making her life difficult. In her caption, she expressed deep gratitude to those who put the video together, calling it worth a million words. The video compiled snippets from various interviews where Monique discussed her fallout with Winfrey over a decade to go, including the 2010 interview Oprah had with Gerald Ain, Monique's brother. What added salt to the wound was that she reached out to Monique before the interview, but conveniently forgot to mention that Monique's mother would also be part of the conversation. Ouch me. And my mother was not talking. I shared with her. We were in a really bad place. I shared with her. I was hurt, and trying to figure this thing out. She never said my mother was coming on that show, because had Oprah Winfrey said, I'm going to have your mother, I would have said shut it down. Monique felt majorly betrayed by Oprah, especially after learning that her mother was brought into the televised interview without any heads up. According to Monique, if Oprah had just mentioned her mother's involvement, she would have shut the whole thing down. The fact that Oprah used their personal friendship to gather intimate family details and then expose them on her show without a warning left Monique feeling blindsided. This whole ordeal, combined with her role in Monique's blacklisting, has solidified in Monique's mind that Oprah is a backstabber who played a part in ruining her career. Despite Monique vocalizing her grievances over the years, it seems like the wounds won't heal unless she steps up and publicly apologizes. It may not make up for the lost years in the industry, but it could be a step in the right direction. Looks like the ball's in Winfrey's court, and fans are loving it. One person wrote, "I respect Monica for risking losing it all by standing against two of the biggest names in our community, which is Oprah and Tyler Perry. She lost it all, stayed solid, and got it all back. Nobody in Hollywood backed these allegations, but y'all ran with them the truth. Another added, I'll never forgive all for how you treated Monique regardless of what the situation is now. I didn't get why PPL didn't just support her black people. Have got to do better. Oprah is trash. I never liked her. I know she has to